Hey everybody, welcome back to Sensei Steve Says, which is hosted by Shiage Do Martial Arts. Today's Memorial Day, so in keeping for the holiday, we're going to do a quick military style workout that you can create using just stuff that you've got around your house. I'm going to put the actual exercises down in the description. I'm going to show you guys doing them once, and then if you guys want a couple more rounds, my suggestion is if you're one of my younger students, you're going to probably want to do 3 sets. If you're one of my older students, you're going to do 5 sets. And the goal is when you're creating your weights and you're choosing how heavy and stuff to lift, you want to pick it up so that at the end of, if you figure you do a set of 10 or a set of 20, at the end of that, you should definitely be feeling it. Your arms should be shaking a little bit. If you got to knock a little bit of weight off for the second set, go ahead and do that. But you want to be pushing yourself with these. Just to touch on some things, I know that during COVID, it's really hard to get a hold of weights. Everybody's trying to do the home gym workout thing. So if you go to Walmart to try to buy weights, you might not be able to find anything. You might only be able to find like 2-pound weights or something like that. So a couple of ideas that I have just from finding stuff around my house. If you've got those 2-pound weights, or 5-pound ankle weights, you can throw those in like a backpack or a canvas bag or something like that. Something that's got a decent handle on it, so you can use that for your weights. Your milk jugs and laundry detergent jugs. These things if they hold a gallon, that's 8 pounds. Okay, a gallon of water is 8 pounds. So if you got to get a couple of these things, for some exercises like bicep curls, it's easy if it's got a handle. You can do the bicep curls with it. For certain things, it gets a little bit harder. Tricep extensions maybe. So you can use your belt. Your belt is made out of a sturdy material. This is empty, just so you guys know. But you can do modified bicep curls where you can get the nice rotation out of it, stuff like that. Each one of these weighs 8 pounds. So if you put 2 of them, that's 16. You got, if you want to do 20 pounds, you just get a third one, you half fill it with water. So you can do some basic math there. A pint's a pound, a world around. So I know I'm a little young to be saying that, but it is true. Other options, cat litter. All right, this is a 40-pound thing of cat litter. Okay, so you can just grab one of these. These handles are pretty sturdy. Again, you can get creative tying it up with a belt if you so chose. But if you want some heavier weight, grab a thing of cat litter. What I've got are these ring weights. I stole these from my karate school. Right at the dojo we had these, we were using them. So I went and grabbed these so that I had something actual weights to use. I can use my metal bow because it's got a good diameter, so I can actually put these things on it and do some lifting. But today, what you're going to want is 2 medium weights for you and 2, probably 2 of each. 2 lighter, 2 middle, and 2 heavier weights. Okay? We're going to start out, it's going to be kind of an all-body weight exercise. I've got them in some good order here, so you get a good core, good arms, and obviously your legs are holding you up. So if you want to get a little bit of a leg workout, what you can do is just bend your knees a little bit while you're doing some of this stuff, and that'll help engage your quads and your hamstrings too. So the way it's going to go is you're going to do 20 alternating bicep curls, 10 upright rows, 10 alternating shoulder press, 10 tricep extensions, 10 deadlifts, 10 side bends, 10 core twists, 20 tricep extensions, 20 bent over rows, and a 10-second hold. And I'll show you what all these are. We're going to go through it, but that's what it is real quick. So bicep curls, nice and easy. If you got ring weights like me, or if you got a whatever weight, you're just going to go back and forth. If you've only got one weight and you got to kind of bounce it back and forth, then just grab it in the other hand and go back and forth. Or one of your other options, like if you got a dumbbell or something, or if I'm using these, for instance, if I was using this cat litter here, right? I get in a good horse stance. So I can come in, do my bicep curl, set it on the ground, come up, do my bicep curl, set it on the ground, and keep going from there. Okay. So right into it. 10 bicep curls alternating. So each arm's going to do 10. I like doing hammer curls with the ring weights. It just works out better for me. 3, 4, 5, 6. Try to keep your back straight. You don't want your lower back bending backwards. So if you're finding your lower back is having problems, just take one step forward. That's going to help keep your lower back straight. Wow. Obviously I'm not counting, but I think I'm at 11. $15, we'll call it. 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right, now we're going to move on to upright rows. If you've got dumbbells like this, that'll work. If you want to tie weights to your bow, you could do that too. What you're going to want is your palms facing away from you if you're doing it with your bow. But if you're not, you're going to keep your hands running alongside your body. You're going to bend forward at the waist, keeping your back straight, don't let it bend, and looking forward. That's going to help keep that there. And when we're doing these, what I want it to be is a quick up and a slow down. So if I count to 4, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're doing 10 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 5, 2, 3, 4. 6, 2, 3, 4. 7, 2, 3, 4. 8, 2, 3, 4. 9, 2, 3, 4, and 10. 2, 3, 4. Good. Next exercise we're going to do is the alternating shoulder press. So if you got ring weights like these, you're just going to pick them up to hold them up to about shoulder height, and it's just going to be nice and simple. Push up, back down, up, back down. So both of them together count as 1. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So the next one's going to be shoulder or tricep extensions. This is where you're going to want your heavy weights for. For this one, I suggest if you've got them, much heavier weight, you're going to grab your plates, put them behind your back, or if you tie a string to it, you can grab the string, but it's going to be tricep extensions. Again, if you feel your lower back starting to bow and bend, you can take a step forward, but you want to try to keep your elbows pointed forward as you bring the weight behind your head and all the way up. It's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and keep it strong, 10. Good. Next, we're going to do deadlifts. So actually, I'll keep these. So if we're doing a deadlift, your traditional deadlift with your bar. So if I do this with a bow, it could be as simple as, if I got something with a handle on it, or a bunch of stuff with a handle on it, right? I can put my bow through this. Now, obviously, if you got your bow through something, you might not be able to put it down all the way. But what you want is your bar to be basically scraping your shins as you come up. So from here, it's going to be up and back down. Okay? Now, I'm trying to get a workout from this too, so I'm going to do it with my real weights. If you're doing it with ring weights or something to that effect, barbells, dumbbells, whatever, if you have two separate things, what you want to do is just basically run your thumb along your shins so you're keeping good form. Okay, so from here, my feet are going to be a little bit closer than shoulder width, right? So my knees are, my toes are pointed out just a smidge so that it's a natural position, right? And I'm just going to squat down, thinking of sticking my butt out, and then standing back up, okay? If I definitely want to dig my heel or my weight into my heels when I'm doing this. So there's 1, 2, 3. I'll just turn so you can see it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now obviously you'll get a little less of a back workout if you're holding something rather than a bar because you can't go all the way down. One of the ways to fix that is if you got a step stool. I happen to have this. If I have a step stool that's wide enough, right, I could stand on it. This isn't wide enough for me, so I'm not going to do it with weights, but that will let me get all the way down and get my lower back engaged even more like a traditional deadlift. Next up we have side bends. You're going to want your heavier weight for this one too. You're only going to need it on one side, and all it's going to be is putting your feet a little bit closer to shoulder width, and you're going to bend down and come back up. Try to keep your weight centered over your feet so you're not kicking your hips out, right? This should be bending off to one side. Bending off to one side. So you're going to do 10 on one side, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 10 on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Next, with your heavier weight, what you're going to want to do is you're going to hold the weight out so it's about, you're keeping it at a 90-degree angle in your elbows, and you're going to twist side to side, nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, we're only doing 10. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Next up is another set of tricep extensions. This time you're going to want to grab your lighter weight because we're going to do these back behind us. So what you want to do for me, for these, I'm going to grab my ring weights in the middle. It just makes it a little simpler to balance them out. I'm going to bend forward at the waist like I was doing my rows. And from that same position I was just doing my core twists in, I'm going to take my hands, I'm going to swing them out and bring them back in. Right? So I don't want to swing, right? Because that's not helping anything. I want to extend, hold, bring in, hold. All right? We're going to be doing 20 of these total. So both at the same time. Ready? Begin. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, roku, sichi, hachi, ku, ju. 10 more. Ich. Ni. San. Shi. Go. Roku. Sichi. Hachi. Ku. And Ju. Alright, check that out. Alright, so next we're going to do our upright rows. For these, if you've got a bulkier weight like this, like the cat litter here, or just you need a bunch of milk jugs or whatever to equal out the weight that you need, my suggestion for this is to use a belt. Okay, so if I take a belt, wrap it through, right, maybe double it up depending on how long it is, right? What I want to be doing is I'm going to start with my palms forward in a neutral position, or palms back in a neutral position here, and it's going to be coming up to engage my shoulders. Okay, now again, I have ring weights, so I'm going to do these with those, but don't be afraid to be creative to get the workout that you need. Okay, so from here, it's just we're going to do 20 of them, upright rows. Ready? Ich. Ni. San. Shi. Go. Roku. Sichi. Hachi. Ku. And Ju. 10 more. Ich. Ni. San. Shi. Go. Roku. Sichi. Hachi. Ku. And Ju. Alright, so last exercise we've got is a 10-second hold. For this one, you're either going to use your medium or your light weights, okay? And the goal is, you're going to basically stand at iron cross, putting your arms out straight to the side. If you've got a mirror or something like that, so that you can see whether your arms are starting to droop and to keep them up, that's perfect. Ready? So it's going to be a 10-second hold. So, bring them out. Ich, ni, san, chi, go, rok, sich, hach, ku, ju. Relax, slow. Alright, so that's one set. Alright, I'm going to leave you guys with that. If you want to do more than one, you can either zip back or just look at the description for the rest of the list. Make sure you're getting a good workout. Keep on sweating on. Alright, quick announcements. Zoom classes, we're doing those for my students. Avatar Challenge workout still going on. Make sure you're doing that. And if you are a YouTube consumer, I appreciate you tuning in. We're doing some Patreon, some cool Patreon stuff. If you guys are interested in being part of a class, being part of our Zoom class, check out our Patreon because we've got some tiers set up for that. So I really appreciate any support that people give, just because, you know, I'm doing this in, you know, my time. I love teaching, but unfortunately right now with this kind of thing, I'm just teaching to a camera. So having people there doing Zoom classes, having people interact with me, you know, is really the best thing. So I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys tuning in, you know, and keep up the good work. All right, you guys are awesome as always. Make sure you get that good workout today. You got to work off all that, you know, Memorial Day party food. Stay home, stay safe, whatever you got to do, right? But have a good time wherever you can. Well, that's all I got for you guys. You guys are awesome. Make sure you're getting after it. You guys are dismissed. Us!